The predefined channel list has been developed for the user and for you, of course, to make it more easier for the user. On the moment that you want to select another channel, it takes a lot of time. And it's also not user-friendly, because today, the moment that you want to select to a new channel, it takes time, because you need to press channel selection. One by one, all these channels are coming in. The moment that you say, now I see my channel, I can just hit OK, and you are connected. But it's for the user quite complicated. Sometimes the channel is not coming in directly. It takes a little bit of time. That means for the user, it's an experience like my tool is not working anymore. So if my device is not working, that means van, hey, Mr. Guide, can you help me? With the predefined channel list, what we do, we really get all these channels into the device, and once you want to do a selection of another channel, you see them immediately. And I want to explain that one to you. First of all, the predefined channel list is working on receiver side. That means the RP, the RPT, and the AP4 in broadcast modus. In fact, you don't need to touch the transmitters, which are on my left side. So in my case, I have two channels created. We have the English one and the French one. We have the pocket transmitter and we have the handheld. Let's have a look more inside. We have the English one. So that's quite easy. So if you do a channel selection, that means you need to scan it. Now we will change our menu. Let's press menu for a few moments and then browse to the system. Then if we do that, in channel list, we have a specific mode. Instead of dynamic, we have predefined. Press OK and it's saved. You also note that we have another one, like source device. So please let me explain this one later on during this webinar. If you go out and go back, and once more, of course. So that is my active channel, my English one. If I now do browse, what do I see? We don't need to browse to the channels anymore, because we have a channel already in there. For the moment, I only have one, and that is the English one, the one that he knows. On the left upper corner, we see another sign. Instead of a magnifying glass, we have now a list. It shows you are now in the predefined channel list modus. Of course, you want to get all these channels into your device. So you need to go to your predefined channel list menu. How do we do that? Quite easy. You know that how you do it. You have the lock modus. So you press the min and the arrow up together in one go. And on a certain moment, you see also other functionalities. So you now can do a scan, you can erase channels, or you can just select a channel. In my case, of course, I want to bring in all the channels. You select it, scan, and then hit OK. On that moment, he's checking, what do we have today? Okay, we have French and the English one. And that's it. And then I go back to my main menu of the predefined channel list modus. Of course, you don't want to show this one to your user. Otherwise, the user will do also an erase of the channels or a new scan. So you want to not allow this one to your customers. So you need to go out, and that's in the same way. Press these two buttons together. You see that some functionalities are hidden now. You only have the channels visible and the exit. So if you press exit, then you go back to your active channel. So on the moment that I want to go to a new one, so my French is inside, I press OK, and it's now switching to the French one. You need to be aware, of course, that all these channels should be in the same group ID. If you are working with different group IDs, of course, that has no sense. That is the point. So we have now connected to the French one, and that's it. That is how it works. If you want to switch back to the normal modus, then you need to go back to your channel list modus in the menu and then select dynamic. Another functionality that we have is the source device modus. It comes together with the predefined channel list. So my receiver is now configured as a predefined channel list. I can now easily copy that information to all other receivers. So once I put this one in a receiver and this is configured as a source device, that file will be copied to the charger, and then that file will be then also copied to all other receivers. So that means if you have other or several boxes, all the receivers will get configured with that same information as we have in the source device. So if the source device has then 10 languages, the other ones will also automatically have 10 languages. And I explain to you how that works. First of all, let's go back to the menu. System, and then select Channel List. In the Modus tab, we have now Source Device Modus. Press OK. Standard, it's off. We now put it on. And then I go back, of course. So I'm active as English, and that is now my source device. So I will put now my source device in the charger. My charger is now active. No auto pairing is on. Once I hit for 3 seconds the button, it starts blinking. And on that moment, it recognizes a device which is a source device and with predefined channel list in there. This is now marked as white. This is now a new color that we have. Once we do an auto pairing, so that means that we take the source device, the configuration of the source device into the charger, then you get a cyan status. So we have now 2 additional colors, green and yellow, but we also have now white and cyan. So if I have now another device which is managed as a dynamic modus, and I'll show you, of course. So I go to System, Channel List. So my modus is dynamic. I put this one now in the second charger. So nothing happens specific. And if I do now auto pairing, you see the new color is flashing up. It's cyan. So it means auto pairing is on. So what happens now? The file is now sent to all the receivers which are in the charger box. So on that moment, you see the LED is a little bit blinking on the receiver, then it becomes red, and then it becomes green again. That means the pairing is finished. If I take now the second receiver, I switch on, and if I do now a channel selection, what do I see now? My device is indeed configured as predefined channel list, and all my channels are already in there. So in my case, I can choose between English and French. and then, of course, connect. So in a nutshell, what happens? We have two new colors, white and cyan. Be careful, once it is cyan, means every receiver that you put into the charger will be automatically updated with the information that we have from the source device. Then is my question to you, what happens if you have two devices managed as a source device? Of course, yes, that won't work. On the moment you will see red LED blinking on the devices. So that means nothing will happen. And what happens if you have a transmitter and a source device? Indeed, like I said in the beginning, the source device has higher priority than the transmitter. So nothing will happen from the transmitter side. Only to avoid, remove the transmitter so that the pairing can do in a correct way. I think that we have everything set now. Of course, if you want to do a reset once more, maybe I show you more. So back to the charging case. You can put again pairing, where I get white again. I do pairing once more and I get cyan. If I need to switch off everything, I can keep the left button for 5 seconds until the orange light is gone. So now I'm back in my home position and it's now safe to put every receiver in the charging case. So a lot of information is also available on our website. We have documentation, we have manuals. Please visit our website on televic.com, browse to our conference page, and on the knowledge base, you have a lot of information about Unite. And if you still have some questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. We are always there for you, and see you next time. Bye-bye.